I'm Julia Nash, and our side presentation this week discusses the impacts of culture on international business, specifically Qatar, the FIFA World Cup, and comments this week from their ambassador. Qatar is a country of nearly 3 million people, and they're preparing to host another 1.5 million in 2 weeks for the FIFA World Cup. Sports is big business, and soccer, or football, is the world's most popular sport. Qatar is poised to increase tourism and boost revenue for local businesses and generate investments in the country. Profits are expected to reach $9 billion, but first they have to shell out $220 billion on building world-class infrastructure, including new roads, public transportation, hotels, and sporting facilities. In order to be considered for the role, a country has to promise tax-exempt status for FIFA and their corporate partners. In 2006, Germany offered FIFA an estimated $272 million in tax exemptions when it hosted the World Cup. Many countries apply to win the honor of hosting what is arguably the most popular sporting event in the world. Qatar will be the first country in the Middle East to earn the coveted role of host of the World Cup. Qatar, as most Middle Eastern countries, has a culture heavily influenced by Islam. They wear traditional dress, and conservative clothing is encouraged when visiting. Because it is a high-context culture, business interactions may take a long time, and the use of a sponsor is encouraged to begin relationships. Qatar is still predominantly ruled by the monarchy and is highly hierarchical. Although Qatar Arab nationals make up less than 15% of the total population, business leaders remain male and Qatari. Unmarried men and women may not touch, and attempting to convert someone to a different faith is punishable by law. As stated, the religion is Islam, and this also dictates the law of the land, and therein lies the problem. On Tuesday, the Qatar World Cup ambassador, Khalid Salam, called homosexuality, quote, damage in the mind, and reiterated that it was forbidden in the Muslim country of Qatar, while in an interview in Germany. FIFA event coordinators have said everyone is welcome, but Qatar 2022 chief executive Nasser Al-Khater confirmed that government would not change its law on homosexuality and says all visitors are expected to respect our culture. This isn't the only event to draw concerns over Qatar's treatment of foreign workers and restrictive social laws, as it involves the World Cup. With human rights at the center of all concerns, the question arises: how can you navigate the relationship between culture, politics, and business in a country whose culture, law, politics, and religion are all intertwined? Just as our cultural competence self-assessment challenged us to consider, quote, how my cultural perspective influences my judgment about what are appropriate, normal, or superior behaviors, values, and communication styles, the question must be asked whether human rights are universal or culturally relative. The next question is whether industry is held to the same standard, or is this left to the individual to decide? Pressure is rising for many football programs to boycott the World Cup in light of human rights concerns, and organizations worldwide call for Qatar to abolish their ban on homosexuality.